Good morning, my beautiful people. Welcome back to episode number 2 of Trading Thoughts. Now, in the Trading Thoughts series, we've obviously already told you this in episode 1. We're going to be covering things that you post down below and just general thoughts from myself day to day. Now, we're going to try and make these posts nice and regular. We're going to try and do one a day, or at least we're going to try and do one a day. Now, the episode today is going to be covering a comment given by one of my mentorship students, Andre, and he has asked us, what is the best, or do I personally prefer, for logging our trades? Now, of course, this is something that is going to be completely unique, but personally, I like to have a physical notebook, and I will get that physical notebook right now, and this physical notebook is right here. This notebook has seen many hours of honestly just writing and general note taking, as well as different points. We've got some trade logs in there as well. We like to leave some blank pages for anything that ultimately may come forward, but there may be something we add on to something we've taken note to before. But I think my personal preference is to have this written down, because when you're writing something down, you really think about it. Whereas I think when you're typing, you sort of, it's kind of like you disconnect a little bit, you know? We do a lot of typing in our day to day, especially on our phones, and if you work on a laptop, you do a lot of typing on your laptop. You find it's more of just a task. Writing something down, I really feel it brings that human nature back. And it's also very nice just to have something written down in a physical form. May not be as convenient if you forget it or if you leave it at home, etc., which I've done with that a few times, but it can be very useful. Now, the other option you have, if you're not really somebody that's that way inclined to write something, for example, I'm heavily dyslexic. Anyone that watches my live streams or knows me on even like semi-personal level knows this. So writing isn't my strong point, but I find I really take in the information more and I really commit to what I'm writing a lot more. But the other option you have is a platform, say like Notion. Notion is a platform that allows you to log things on like a web browser. It's kind of like Google Forms, if you were. That's a very good option for it as well. A little bit more time consuming, because obviously you've got to formulate it and stuff. Like with a notebook, like I say, you can just write it down, put it where you want, and it's there. But you don't have screenshots, etc. in a notebook. Now, the other thing as well is that you can always track it on TradingView. In the Discord, I've posted the Orion trading results for the last 6 weeks, I think, and you can see the way that logs. You know, you can log the chart, the trades, and just put a little note on them, take note of it, and then they're there stored in an archive, right? But go with whatever works best for you. If you are starting out new, I highly recommend grabbing yourself a notebook. It will eventually look tattered and beaten like this one, but it really will serve a purpose. Get yourself a couple of nice pens to write with, and write your thoughts, your feelings, and your trade logs down in this. It really is going to become one of your companions. This thing comes in and out of my laptop bag more times than I'd like to think, and you can tell because the side of it is completely battered. But that's a good thing, because it means it's getting used, right? So again, just a really fresh, raw thought from myself, and a question given by one of the viewers and one of the mentorship students, Andre. So if you have something you want me to discuss and you'd like to know my opinion on it, then make sure you give us a little comment down below. But of course, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you all in the live stream. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Peace and love.